श्री महाभारत कथा। श्री महाभारत कथा। महाभारत कथा। कथा है पुरुषार्थ की, ये स्वार्थ की, परमार्थ की सारथी जिसके बने श्री कृष्ण भारत पार्थ की। शब्द दिग्घोषित हुआ जब सत्य सार्थक सर्वथा। शब्द दिग्घोषित हुआ। यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत, अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्। परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां, धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे।
Janamejaya, the son of Parikshit, was, with his brothers, attending his long sacrifice on the plains of Kurukshetra. His brothers were three: Srutesena, Ugrasena, and Binhasena. And as they were sitting at the sacrifice, there arrived at the spot an offspring of Sarama, the celestial bitch. And belabored by the brothers of Janamejaya, he ran away to his mother, crying in pain. And his mother, seeing him crying exceedingly, asked him, "Why criest thou so? Who hath beaten thee?" And being thus questioned, he said unto his mother, "I have been belabored by the brothers of Janamejaya." And his mother Sarama, hearing this and much distressed at the affliction of her son, went to the place where Janamejaya with his brothers was at his long extending sacrifice. And she addressed Janamejaya in anger, saying, "This my son hath committed no fault. As ye have beaten my son who hath committed no fault, therefore shall evil come upon ye when ye least expect it." Janamejaya, thus addressed by the celestial bitch, Sarama became exceedingly alarmed and dejected. And after the sacrifice was concluded, returned to Hastinapura, and began to take great pains in searching for a Purohita, who could, by procuring absolution for his sin, neutralize the effect of the curse. One day, Janamejaya, the son of Parikshit, while a-hunting, observed in a particular part of his dominions a hermitage where dwelt a certain Rishi of fame, Srutasrava. He had a son named Somasrava, deeply engaged in ascetic devotions. "O Janamejaya, this my son, deep in ascetic devotions, accomplished in the study of the Vedas, and endued with the full force of my asceticism, is born of the womb of a she-snake that had drunk my vital fluid. If thou canst put up with it, then thou take him." And giving these directions to his brothers, the king marched towards Takshashila and brought that country under his authority. About this time there was a Rishi, Ayoda-Dhaumya by name, and Ayoda-Dhaumya had 3 disciples, Upamanyu, Aruni, and Veda. And the Rishi bade one of these disciples, Aruni of Panchala, to go and stop up a breach in the watercourse of a certain field. And Aruni of Panchala, thus ordered by his preceptor, repaired to the spot. And he was distressed because he could not do his preceptor's bidding. But at length he saw a way and said, "Well, I will do it in this way." He then went down into the breach and lay down himself there. and the water was thus confined. And some time after, the preceptor Ayoda-Dhaumya asked his other disciples where Aruni of Panchala was. And they answered, "Sir, he hath been sent by yourself, saying, Go, stop up the breach in the watercourse of the field." Thus reminded Dhaumya. And having arrived there, he shouted, "Ho Aruni of Panchala, where art thou? Come hither, my child." And Aruni, hearing the voice of his preceptor, speedily came out of the watercourse and stood before his preceptor. The preceptor, thus addressed, replied, "Because in getting up from the ditch, thou hast opened the watercourse. Thenceforth shalt thou be called Uddalaka, as a mark of thy preceptor's favor." The name of another of Ayoda-Dhaumya's disciples was Upamanyu, and Dhaumya appointed him, saying, "Go, my child, Upamanyu, look after the kine." And according to his preceptor's orders, he went to tend the kine. And his preceptor, seeing him in good condition of body, asked him, "Upamanyu, my child, upon what dost thou support thyself? Thou art exceedingly plump." And he answered, "Sir, I support myself by begging." And his preceptor said, "What is obtained in alms should not be used by thee without offering it to me." And Upamanyu, thus told, went away. And having obtained alms, he offered the same to his preceptor, and his preceptor took from him even the whole. And his preceptor, perceiving that he still continued to be of good condition of body, said unto him, "Upamanyu, my child, I take from thee even the whole of what thou obtainest in alms, without leaving anything for thee. How then dost thou, at present, contrive to support thyself?" And Upamanyu, thus questioned, answered, "Sir, I now live upon the milk of these cows." And his preceptor thereupon told him, "It is not lawful for thee to appropriate the milk without having first obtained my consent." And Upamanyu, having assented to the justice of these observations, went away to tend the kine. And restrained by his preceptor, he feedeth not on alms, nor hath he anything else to eat. He drinketh not of the milk, nor tasteth he of the froth. And Upamanyu one day, oppressed by hunger, when in a forest, ate of the leaves of the arca, Asclepias gigantea. And his eyes being affected by the pungent, acrimonious, crude, and saline properties of the leaves which he had eaten, he became blind. And as he was crawling about, he fell into a pit. And upon his not returning that day, when the sun was sinking down behind the summit of the western mountains, the preceptor observed to his disciples that Upamanyu was not yet come, and they told him that he had gone out with the cattle. The preceptor then said, "Upamanyu, being restrained by me from the use of everything, is of course, and therefore doth not come home until it be late. Let us then go in search of him." And having said this, he went with his disciples into the forest, and began to shout, saying, "Ho Upamanyu, where art thou?" And Upamanyu, hearing his preceptor's voice, answered in a loud tone, "Here I am at the bottom of a well." And his preceptor asked him how he happened to be there. And his preceptor thereupon told him, "Glorify the twin Aswins, the joint physicians of the gods, and they will restore thee thy sight." And Upamanyu, thus directed by his preceptor, began to glorify the twin Aswins in the following words of the Rig Veda. "Ye have existed before the creation. Ye first-born beings, ye are displayed in this wondrous universe of 5 elements. I desire to obtain you by the help of the knowledge derived from hearing and of meditation, for ye are infinite. Ye are the course itself of nature and intelligent soul that pervades that course. Ye are birds of beauteous feathers perched on the body that is like to a tree. Ye are without the three common attributes of every soul. Ye are incomparable. Ye are golden eagles. Ye are the essence into which all things disappear. Ye are free from error and know no deterioration. Ye are of beauteous beaks that would not unjustly strike, and are victorious in every encounter. Ye certainly prevail over time. And Upamanyu, thus directed by his preceptor, began to glorify the twin Aswins in the following words of the Rig Veda: Ye have existed before the creation. Ye firstborn beings, ye are displayed in this wondrous universe of 5 elements. I desire to obtain you by the help of the knowledge derived from hearing and of meditation, for ye are infinite. Ye Aswins, ye are the creators of that calf. The year is but the nave of a wheel to which is attached 720 spokes representing as many days and nights. The circumference of this wheel, represented by 12 months, is without end. This wheel is full of delusions and knows no deterioration. It affects all creatures, whether to this or of the other worlds. Ye Aswins, this wheel of time is set in motion by you.